The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
Welcome to the Comedy Store podcast, guys. I'm Rick Ingram.
I'm Eleanor Kerrigan.
We got Mr. Bobby Lee with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, Bobby, how are you?
I'd like to start off by asking a question. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I like
Are
the
you,
interview.
Eleanor, are you and I good?
No, not at all. But, no, this is
Because
great.
I haven't talked to Eleanor in
What's
about
it been, like 16?
17 years.
What, 17?
I'm not fucking kidding you.
He's so serious.
She's the longest grudge
I wouldn't call it grudge.
It's not a grudge, but I've ever had.
Yeah, because
Is
I'm
that
like...
both ways? Or is
Oh,
that
yeah,
one way?
absolutely.
She hates me.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You said both ways, and he's like, oh, she hates me.
She
I
fucking
mean,
despises me.
rightfully so. Isn't it?
What started
Well, wait,
this?
okay, this is what
I didn't-
happened. Let me start this. This
I
is
didn't
what
know
happened
I was
the other
walking
day.
into this.
Rick, you're like, you should have wore a black and white T-shirt because
Yeah.
you're going to have to be a fucking referee
Okay.
right now.
This is
This is what
beautiful.
happened. A couple weeks ago, I said to...
This is fresh.
No. I said to my friend Lauren, you remember Lauren that used to
Yeah,
work here?
I love Lauren.
Okay. So I said to Lauren, hey, I was thinking of having Bobby Lee on the podcast and talking it out. And I go, but do you remember what the fight? And she freaked out. You don't remember what the fucking fight was over? And I'm like,
that
no.
Laura.
Yeah, she freaked out. And I was like, wait,
Well, there was
what
a
is
lot
that?
of- there was a lot of
but
things.
the initial one,
Yeah.
the initial one was a staff related thing. And that's a normal thing, right?
And I will completely admit I did that.
Yes.
What she's talking about, I did that.
I did not hit anybody. I was very good.
She's never hit me.
And
No.
it's really
Okay.
hard for me not to hit
Yeah.
people, especially back then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I'm fresh out of South Philly.
Eleanor, if you don't know, was she's been part of the Comedy Store for many, many years. As long as I've been in LA.
Right.
Head waitress,
Yeah.
talent coordinator,
Yeah.
stand up,
Now
right?
stand up, yeah.
She's
Isn't that weird?
She's immersed into the
A
Comedy Store
renaissance of this
culture.
building,
But
yeah.
so are you. So
I am
it's
too.
not fair to not have a fight on a podcast.
I know.
Listen,
And I've had also battles with Shafir.
Sure.
yeah.
I have several battles going on
hit
now.
you.
Yeah, he did hit me.
You and
John
Caparillo,
Caparillo, I have
yeah.
a battle right now, right?
Are you still battling?
We have one
we're
of
done.
those
We're
too.
dead. We're
Okay.
done. We're done.
we have one of those too. Well, I mean, we're not battling, but we had a little
Yeah.
problem.
But Eleanor, this is the big one for me
Really?
because
Is this your 13th step?
no,
I'm just asking.
but I've been waiting for this for 17 years.
Some resolution.
Not resolution. I just I don't want it to be that way.
Right, well, here's the thing. When
Understandably.
I talked to Lauren a couple weeks ago, I was like, "That's a really stupid one." Like, I understand the Freddie stuff, and it got stupid
Yeah.
later, and there was a lot of whatever, all that
Well, here-
nonsense.
yeah.
But that aside, I
Yeah.
was like, don't take this the wrong way,
Wait,
but
go
I
ahead.
don't even think about this fucking guy.
yeah.
I mean, my dad fought in Korea. I block it out
I know.
Wow.
I know.
really
That
quickly.
goes deep.
But here's the thing, and I misinterpreted her comment, like her sense of humor.
Okay.
Because she used to, when I first came to
I'm a
LA,
ball
she used to
breaker.
say stuff like, "Oh, I grew up in Philly, and your people used to eat shit balls from the
No,
tree."
no,
I don't even
that's
know
a
what the
real
fuck
thing. That's a real
I don't
thing.
even know what that meant, though. Right?
That's a real thing.
But I always thought that was an attack. Like,
no,
we eat shit.
Right.
No, I just wanted
As
to know what
Asians.
the shit balls were.
I don't know even know what
And
you're talking
why
about.
do they put them
What-
in the fucking soup?
Wait, there's shit balls in trees?
They're in trees. They're little balls. They fall off the trees,
Yeah.
and then the ladies.
They're
they
not
pick-
seeds?
No, the ladies they pick them up, and my
Yeah.
mom used to freak out if we played football in them because you can't get that smell out of your clothes, right?
Is it bird shit?
No, they're balls. They're like little balls.
But
and
what
they're
animal?
wet
What
out.
animal?
What fucking animal? Aside from Asian, what animal?
See, I don't even.
Yeah,
So
I don't-
it
I'm very
falls out of the
confused.
tree,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
The ladies pick it up,
Right.
and one day I
It's
said
like
to
a
them,
fruit or something?
I don't know. It doesn't smell like a fruit, Rick.
Yeah, yeah.
It's slimy. I don't know. So I said to the lady, I'm
Interesting.
sorry. I said to the lady, I go, what do you do with them? Because we always called them shit balls because they
Right.
smell like shit.
Smart. You
So
could
she
use those.
goes, we make a soup. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was
Get
like,
that-
you're eating these shit balls?
the
You
flavor.
eat this?
Yeah.
And I freaked out. And then
Do you know what kind of Asian she was? Does
I
that
think
matter?
she was Vietnamese because a lot of my
Well,
friends in
that-
high school.
That explains everything.
No, I didn't say that. That's what you said.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But
that.
I didn't say that.
You,
I know.
You felt it. I felt you feeling that.
No.
The way you said, well,
No.
We're very open.
But see, here's what it is that so when I first came to LA,
Yeah.
she would say things like that. Like, why do you guys eat shitballs? In my, the way I'm so sensitive.
Yeah, you are.
And
a
I was
sensitive
also,
guy.
understand, I'm young, I'm hungry.
Are all Koreans sensitive or just?
Yeah, we're sensitive people,
Sure.
but we're also a lot of things, but we're sensitive.
Yeah.
We're an emotional people.
Really?
But I'm extra sensitive. And when she used to say that, I used to go, fuck this bitch. It's me.
And we worked together. He was a door guy here. I was
Yeah,
a
with a
waitress.
door
Because you
guy,
were in
yeah.
San Diego first,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then me and Freddie, like Soto,
Right.
we all worked together.
Right. And so what
We used
happened
to go to
also,
Mel's and hang out
right?
sometimes.
And then what happened was Freddie, which I don't even want to talk about it because
You can. I'm just saying,
I
if
know,
he'll wake up, that's why I'm talking to you.
yeah, but
See if I can bring him
I
back
just
to
see a
life.
hand coming out of there.
Hey, bro.
We do this in the basement for a reason.
If you don't know, Freddie Soto, probably one of the best comics
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
always
store has
talk about
ever
him,
yeah. Yeah,
produced. He really was dynamic,
He gets mentioned
honest,
a lot.
very good.
Yeah.
He's a very good comic. And him and I were friends at one point. When I was in San Diego, he used to drive Mitzi around in the
limo.
right?
Yeah.
Remember that, the brown thing? And
Maroon.
I was an open micer from San Diego. He was in LA. We're kind of around the same kind of time, when we
Yeah,
started.
Absolutely.
Right.
Friends, and then I came to LA, and then I don't know what happened. He just.
Wait, really? You don't know what happened?
Well, I mean, what he said. I'm glad we're talking about it. And then,
No, I'm just
I'm going to
curious.
learn and grow from here. This.
You can make eye contact.
are you alluding to the fact about the jokes?
There was jokes. There was the whole Carlos thing. I mean, I'm not going to delve
Right,
into that,
right.
but because
Well,
he
his
was upset.
argument was that I was stealing his essence.
You were
He wasn't saying
his
anything.
stealing
ideas.
Freddie's essence.
Like if he was doing.
But you have to understand, though, Eleanor. Though when I started, I saw Margaret do her mom.
right.
Well, exactly.
Right?
I agree.
And so I would
Yeah.
watch Margaret as a kid, and I go, "Oh, I'm just gonna do my dad."
Margaret Cho,
So my
yeah.
first jokes were about
Your
my
family.
dad. Now, did Freddie do his better? Yes.
Right.
He committed to the character. It was a far more dynamic, a lot of dimensions to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Layers.
Sure.
Mine was just the voice or whatever. But I was young. I didn't.
Yeah.
And when I
That's
came to
where
LA,
You start. Yeah.
there was a friction between us, and it also stemmed
But
from a fight that we had
Oh, okay.
in San Diego.
Okay.
So in San Diego, what happened was he used to drive Mitzi, right? And so Mitzi, Fred Burns, you remember Fred?
Sure.
Ron White, I think it's not Ron White.
No,
Ron
wait.
forgets the other guy.
Swallow?
Yeah, I could see it.
Ron Clark.
Okay.
He was the assistant manager, and they pretty much discovered me, right?
Okay.
Freddie and Ron. And later, Mencia and Paulie and those guys saw me. But, they initially, as an open micer, they said, we think that
This
you
guy.
have something.
Okay.
Right? So one day, Freddie's driving down Mitzi Shore, and she just says, I'm going to fire everybody.
Boy, that's so
Down
unlike
there.
her.
You
That's
worked-
so
you
weird.
worked at
She's
the-
usually so fair.
Yeah, I know,
and-
fair. And
You worked in La Jolla?
Yeah,
I was
he-
working in La Jolla
Okay.
at the time.
I didn't know you worked there as well.
And Freddie being, an employee, also Mitzi is a very difficult. I mean,
Sure.
I love
And
her,
she
but
loved Freddie.
she loved Freddie.
yeah.
But it's like I've had conversations with Mitzi too, and it's very difficult. It's a one-way conversation
For sure.
for
We've
sure,
all
right?
had that.
Yeah, we've all had that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. I was
And
her
'cause-
assistant for like 5 years.
and you don't
It's a
also,
nightmare.
you don't want to say something that's gonna because she'll
She'll turn on you.
turn on you,
Second.
right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know Mitzi at that specific time when, because I wasn't a paid regularly at the time. So when he was driving her down, she was saying, I'm going to fire everyone down there. I loved everyone down there because I started down there, right? And I felt that Freddie should have defended Fred Burns, right?
I agree. But this
But
happens
no.
so frequently.
Not only that, but I wouldn't have said anything either.
Right.
If Mitzi said something like that, I would be like,
Right.
oh, fuck. I mean, I don't want
Sucks
to
for
happen.
everyone,
But what am
but-
I going to do?
Yeah.
You're looking
It's
after
you or them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why put yourself in
So
the guillotine?
him and I got in, and we were in the condo that night when she fired. I mean, she fired everybody.
She really did fire everybody.
It was a constant. It would happen a lot.
A lot.
And sometimes she would hire them back.
yeah.
Like a day later. And
Or
you're
when
like,
she
what
moved the
fuck?
club and
Yeah.
brought it
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
With Schubert and Holtzman closed it out.
Right. yeah.
That was a great party.
So Freddie and I got in a huge fight about almost shoving match. I believe, if Freddie was here and we talked about it, that would be the the foundation of why it went wrong with
That started
like where
tension.
it started.
Yeah.
I see.
I think
that.
I think
believe
that's what
that.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And me not knowing Mitzi, me not be listen, I'm number one, I don't know anyone in LA. I'm an open micer. I want to make it.
Right.
I'm an opportunistic person. I had nothing else
True.
in my life, no college, nothing.
Yeah.
And this was it. So it's like, with all those things into play, I'm not
Do or
proud
die.
of.
Do or die.
You guys
I
know
get
how
it.
hard stand-up is,
course.
right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not proud of some of the things that I've done to survive.
All of us. Yeah.
So I believe that's, and I came up here, and then so Eleanor was Freddie's best friend.
Best friend. Yeah.
And then she used to do the shitball thing. So then I'm thinking, oh,
But
guys, she's with Freddie.
That's on. She's
We
doing
eat
that because of
shitballs.
Freddie.
Yeah.
But I am a ball breaker.
I know you are.
Of everyone.
But I didn't know you.
Equally.
If now you say
Asian
shitballs, I would
or-
laugh about. I'd say about. You should see the things I say. I apologize all the
about
time.
the
for things.
Irish. Oh,
About other Asians or other people.
Sure.
It's a comedy game.
Yeah.
Right. But so I'm sensitive and all that stuff, and then. So then Eleanor I just stopped talking to her.
Well, we
It
had
was like
to fight
avoiding.
about the door guy thing because remember when
Oh, yeah.
Paulie decided to hire Captain Kirk?
Okay, I'm gonna kind of defend myself with this.
Wait a minute, but let me
Yeah,
just
go ahead. You can
explain
give me- go ahead.
the kind of idea. Because Kirk, fortunately, this guy Kirk ran this place in the 80s, right? And he did everything. And Mitzi
By the way, he
loved
was
him.
Thai.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And that's very important. Just listen, fuckface. This is not YouTube, but the people listening.
Yeah.
Very
Because-
important in the story.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, because he was
This is
very
the original
territorial.
Thai guy?
Yes, he hired a
He brought
lot
in
of these
another
guys.
Thai, okay.
Mr. Pete, I don't even know if you remember him. Did
No.
you ever get to work with him? I know you worked with Mr. Pete. He had a heart attack behind the bar. Had to take him to Cedar Sinai. Crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, Tony, all those guys, he brought
Yeah.
them all in. And Mitzi loved and trusted this guy with her life, even though
Okay.
he robbed her a million times over. Anyway, so he comes in and he's like changing everything. Door guys have to do this. If a comic was 10 minutes late, he'd send them home. It was fucking crazy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he would. No, it was.
Judy Gold almost beat him up in the kitchen. I was
Yeah.
screaming in my.
He
oh my
ran
God,
it
was
like
amazing.
like
Like a
an
military.
army, like a
Yeah.
military.
Right.
It was not
He
fun.
was the Thai
No.
dictator of the comedy
He
store.
constantly was firing waitresses.
Right.
He constantly was fucking with the door guys. So we all kind of had a secret meeting. Like, we're gonna stand up to this guy. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
And there was only one person that went to Paulie
Yeah.
and ratted out and started the feud between Paulie and I.
Okay. Who was it?
All
here.
right, he's
I'm,
here.
I'm right here. I'm
That's
raising
our
my hand.
guest.
I fucking did it.
Okay.
I fucking did it.
You're
And, you know,
I fucking did it.
I fucking did it. And also, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to defend it.
okay.
Okay.
Okay? Because at the time, who was the talent coordinator?
Was it Scott Day or
I don't think it was.
Corey?
It was Corey.
Corey Como Soto.
So Corey,
Como Soto.
right, is dating
Freddie Soto.
Freddie.
Still no control over the lineup.
I understand
Okay.
that, bud.
Okay.
I understand that.
Especially Corey.
Now, exactly. I understand that now.
Okay.
But at the time,
You thought.
I thought that, wow, the comic, first of all, the hottest comic at the Comedy Store, Freddie Soto.
Yeah.
He was number one guy, right? His girlfriend is the talent coordinator,
Sure.
and I'm not getting spots.
Very
Are you kidding?
suspicious.
Wait, you were really not
I was
getting
not.
spots
I was
at
not.
that moment?
And the reason why I did it was because Kirk, because he's Asian, I played that card, and he would sneak me up there.
oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
and so I would do. He would sting me up there, and in my head, I'm like,
You got to preserve your.
you were already a paid regular at that
I
point.
was, but I was not getting spots. And in retrospect, it was because I wasn't that great yet, you know. And I, if I could go back in the past and tell my younger self, calm down.
Right.
Right.
And coming from La Jolla to LA is a bigger jump.
Yeah.
Like you're in a bigger pond now.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, in a lot of ways, I was very similar in the way I dealt with Tommy. He was the only
Yeah.
person giving me stage time, and like
Absolutely.
people were all like, "We gotta get rid of him," and I was like,
Wait a minute.
"This guy's not that bad."
Yeah.
He'd scream racial slurs. I'd be like, "Yeah, but I mean,
I made a choice. I probably wasn't the best choice. I did it out of survival.
sure."
I admit that I did it. I
Self-preservation.
went
But it's
right
understandable if you weren't getting spots. Like, see, you got to understand. I'm not a comic. I'm a waitress, and at that
At
point,
that time, yeah.
I'm for the staff, And
I
I'm for this guy's fucking over my staff, my waitresses,
Getting rid of
my
your
favorite
friends.
door guys.
I know.
Shit was going down. Godsick used to have freakouts every
I
5
know.
fucking
Remember
minutes.
Godsick.
God love him, but we used to get so fucking mad at Kirk, right? And it was so
I'm going to call it a draw.
No, but I'm not saying.
I'm going to call it, you know what, Eleanor?
But Paulie and I fought from that moment.
I'm sorry.
So you know.
I'm sorry.
He told Mitzi he was
But
going to fire me every
It's
day.
a draw.
It is.
I feel like it's a draw. You could be more right than me.
Well, we were just in two separate
Camps.
areas.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're doing it for stage time, and now as a comic,
Yeah.
who knows? I might have done the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a waitress, I'm like, whoa.
I get it.
What the fuck are you doing? This is the staff. We had a deal. You
Yeah.
turned and went to Paulie, and I was like, just to get it. Like in my head, I'm like, he just wants to get ahead.
Right.
And a lot of people would say to me, oh, you go tell Mitzi that I'm not funny. I would never tell Mitzi somebody wasn't funny because she
Yeah.
would fire me.
Right.
You never went to Mitzi and ratted on people. It always turned on you. If you did that, think of all the people that would go and tell Mitzi all the little gossip.
Yeah.
And she'd keep them in her ear for like a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden they never came
Axe
here
'em.
again. And that's how it was. If she would bring something up, I would try to avoid it, or I would say, oh, they did great, or try to be positive. Like never, you couldn't get involved in her life. All you had to do was fucking.
Because then you become part of the problem. Like,
Absolutely, because then it was your fault. And
Yeah.
if that person, let's just say I said Bobby wasn't funny, right?
Yeah.
Which I've never said that,
I know you
by the
haven't.
way. I wouldn't do that. But that's their livelihood going on stage.
Sure.
If I said that to Mitzi and then you got a TV show,
Right.
I would be in so much
much trouble.
But
But-
why would I fuck with that?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what was funny. Honestly, back then, especially back then, I didn't really pay attention to you fuckers up there.
Right.
I didn't give a shit. Unless one was fingering me, I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Sorry.
reasonable.
So I think-
Reasonable.
And then I only let Jason Hartz do that, and he gets
Really?
mad when I talk about him on the podcast.
Like,
I get one more
Really?
fucking call. You remember I did
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Jason
I don't
Hartz.
remember that,
Yeah.
but-
I try to block it out
Oh, you
too,
do?
so I get it. Sorry, Jace.
So it's a eye opener for eye opener. I'm not saying that because I'm Asian, but it is an eye
Yes,
opener.
I see that you're not.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not open.
They're
But
not open,
It's
yeah.
it's a
But-
figure of speech.
It's because of my alcoholism, right? I think just without going to meetings and being raw, you think you become the center of the universe,
Right.
and you make assumptions about how people think and behave, right? And then you react to these delusions, right? So in my head, I think that Eleanor and Corey and Freddie are trying to get me out of LA. I literally thought that.
Oh my god!
Like,
Oh my
the
God.
world against me.
Yeah.
And I have to survive because this is all I have.
Yeah.
So I reacted in these kinds of ways. That's not the only thing I've done. I've done many things back then, right?
Sure.
And yeah, it's not. I just looked in the mirror. It doesn't feel great, but I did it.
You were looking to survive in the club.
But I'm going to say one last thing though.
Okay.
You can say anything.
I know.
you want.
I'm
not
going to. I have to carefully choose
not
my words.
shy. Not
I
eating
have to say one thing,
shitballs,
though.
but I am not shy.
In my personal life, okay, I make a lot of amends. Yeah, I've always been like that because of my 12 steps and all that stuff, right?
Before or after or during? Or,
Even during comedy,
oh, okay.
except in comedy.
Ooh, interesting.
Because for me, there's nothing more important. If I believe somebody is getting in the way of my stage time,
Oh,
it's my dream. It's all I have. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of my, like, especially now.
This defines you.
This is how I pay my mortgage.
Right.
This is how I send my parents money. This is everything.
Sure.
And I've always felt that way. So when I thought that somebody was getting away, interfering with my dream, right?
course.
I would react in very North Korean type strategies.
and
You know
you
what I mean?
told me you were Southern. You told me you were from
No,
the
I'm
South.
North,
That's
definitely.
bullshit.
He's my second cousin.
Definitely.
Fucking shot my father missed, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Yeah.
You should have better aim because
Yeah.
that would have been great.
When I see him, I'm going to punch him in the face just for missing that shot. But I will say this:
Yeah.
as a comic,
Yeah.
all my everything changes. Because if someone was getting in the way of my stage time, which, by the way, Tommy did tell me because he was not quiet about anything. Well, and I don't know if it's true or not, to be honest, but he told me. That was
the problem with Tommy.
Yeah, you never know when he's fucking lying or what. But he said, Bobby Lee said, if I pass you, he will never work in this club again. And I was like, wow, really?
Stop.
Is that real?
Stop.
Is that true? Tell the truth. I don't care.
I know. Can you give me a fucking second?
All right, I'm sorry.
I took the thing off, right? I gotta think about it.
Tommy played that game a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I might have said that.
But you don't know if you know what I mean. So
I know.
At the time,
I
was
don't
like,
know. I'm not 100%. But it could be something that I said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, you know what? I don't care. And then one time I was hosting, and this was after. I wasn't a paid regular yet, but I was hosting, and you came in and you wanted to work out early. And I said, and Ari was here, and you guys hadn't made up yet. And I go, Ari, Bobby Lee wants to go on next. I'm going to give him a nice intro. I'm going to show him I'm professional so that he won't get mad at me and say I can't work at the store, blah, 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 whatever. Because I get it. You were a comic.
Yeah.
Now I'm in your fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
But when you were a door guy, you're in my fucking neighborhood.
I understand that.
So I was respecting the turf because I'm a hood rat, and that's how we do.
Yeah.
So I remember I brought you on. I gave you this big intro, really nice. You went up, did your thing, and Ari goes, "You don't have to go that fucking far." You're such a jerk off, Ari. I was like, "Oh my god!" And he was like making fun of me the rest of the night.
That's what made me go. Here's how, because over like 3 or 4 years ago, if you would say Eleanor's name, it would cause me a physical nausea.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
I mean, you know,
like panic or
no,
anger?
not just like I'm sick.
Okay.
Right? Because of all the stuff that I built in my head.
In your
about
mind, yeah.
her, you know what I mean? But then what happened was she got passed, right? And then she would bring me up a couple times. And your intros were so like professional and kind like
I'm not getting in
people
trouble
didn't
for
not
this.
yeah people no
Fuck this.
people were like
no yellow van is keeping
they're
me up.
friends right. And then I would go up on stage and she would smile and I'd be like,
Hey,
this is
Are we cool?
I could be
This seems
phony
weird.
as fuck.
I know, but no, I mean, but that was like the first time where I went, maybe one day, right? And then lately, this last year, I really literally have forced myself to kind of go be around you, not look at you, but like no, but
So many people say that to me. It's so weird.
but like talk to people around you.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Like not leave immediately
I won't leave
if
immediately,
I walk
and I'll
over.
maybe look and just see what you do. And I go, okay, she's still there. You know what I mean? And then just kind of do that.
Sure.
It's like you slowly dip your toes back in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, is this?
But-
I guess
Is this
we're not
okay?
fighting.
And then the other day, you know what I mean, was the first real I swear to God, was the first conversation we ever really had.
What, that last night?
Last night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was
And,
the
and I think
first-
I just shit on his shoes, which is
I went home.
He brought them and wore them again.
I did.
That's the kind
Yeah,
of person he
I
is.
know.
Just so everybody knows.
I went home. I go, Kalila, you can't fucking believe what just happened. She goes, what? I go, Eleanor asked me to do a podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't even text Peltz because I didn't want her to show up and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
She's
And
still holding
then
a grudge. I'm kidding. She
Kalila
don't
goes,
care.
no.
Wow.
Yeah, because Mike, she knows.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh boy, Bobby, I've never fucking spoken about you outside
I'm just
of.
telling you that you consumed me
The fear
for
that Eleanor-
17
Christ.
fucking years.
People are afraid of me for fist fights, but not fucking anything
don't care about
else.
violence.
Oh, I
I
love
just-
violence. I'm
It's
sorry,
not
that
because,
came out wrong.
because I don't like it. It's just bad. It's because, you know, I know that
No, but
you're,
I get it.
I
You
know
put
that you're a
something in your
part of
head.
the store. You're a real comic now. It's like times have changed, and it's history, and it's all these things. And you know what? Everything that led up to this moment, I wouldn't change for the world because, you know, we're you know I've done pretty good for myself,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
fine. You know
Everyone's
what I mean?
lives are great,
Everything's
so-
great, and
Well, I wouldn't
I
say
don't
my life is
want.
great.
I think it is.
My life?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I think that
I'm kidding.
going from
Yeah, no, you're right.
being a waitress, I'm to be honest, a club to become a real credible comic. I mean, I equate that to Theo Vaughn going from that one MTV show,
The Road Rules,
Road
yeah.
Rules,
to
yeah.
being a legitimate
Yeah.
stand-up.
And he
It's
is
almost-
almost so good. Oh my god!
Yeah, he's
I am
so good.
Obsessed with him.
But I've watched you because I walk in and watch you.
Oh wait a minute!
Because
You're
I want you to
watching me?
fail.
I'm just kidding.
And I'm like, oh fuck, she's actually. good. You know what I mean? And so now I can't watch her
want you
anymore.
to fail.
Right?
No,
I'll tell you, this was something that happened a couple weeks ago, and I talked about it on the podcast. And I said, Rick, I don't know if you know this, but I had a beef with Bobby Lee. I said, and now he just restarted it because I was on stage in the main room, and I had to go on after Rogan and Greg Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
Right? And I was nervous. And I was like, fuck, this is big leagues, you know what I mean? And the place was packed.
Yeah.
And I text Holtzman because he was on after me. I'm like, dude, hurry up, get here. Our spots are on time. It's early. And then you came back, and I was ready to jump out because I thought it was Holtzman, and I was going to be like, bah, or whatever. And then I realized it was you, and I was like, hey, hi.
Yeah.
And you go, I'm just going to use the bathroom. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Like, because I didn't.
remember that.
You motherfucker, right? So wait.
So
this
you
is what
got
happened.
her head.
Yeah.
So now I don't think about it. He goes to the bathroom. Fitzsimmons is fucking killing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm sweating, like, nervous. I go out, and I'm out there, and I'm bombing a little bit. I'm like, okay, fuck, I got to figure this out. And all of a sudden I start smelling something.
Okay.
This motherfucker took a shit. Backstage. Now I'm bombing on stage. They probably think
you
it's
smelled
me
the shit?
nervous. Yeah, fucker.
You
probably the
smelled
shit balls.
my shit
I think it
She
was.
was
from
bombing.
like
Did
it's
you
like two
really-
rooms you have to get through.
Yes, but it's
And
all right.
curtains. And
Did
curtains.
You know what? Yes, I
go-
did take a shit.
Thank you. I could.
I don't go to
smell-
the main room bathroom to take a pee.
Yeah.
I don't do the Lord of the Rings journey
Yeah.
As I'm
from the
sweating
parking lot
and
all the way to that
bombing.
fucking bathroom to take a tinkle.
I'm like, these people think I'm shitting my pants
Wow.
up here. That's how
So you're
nervous
saying
they
you think that it wafted into the audience
It
even?
did.
You really did spill it from
I'm
the.
not kidding.
You fucking,
And I go, this motherfucker
Yeah, I
did that on
but she thought
purpose.
that I did that
She
to
thought-
sabotage
Yeah.
her. Well, how does anybody take a shit
Positive.
and think that it's going to be so potent that
That-
it's going to reach all the way to the fucking thing?
That you specifically ate the ingredients you
I
knew
was in
would
the
make it
parking lot,
smell
right?
bad.
Shit
Eleanor's
balls.
about
He
to
had
go
shit
up.
balls.
There's no such thing as fucking shit balls. If you ever bring up shit balls again, I
I'm
swear
going
to
to Philadelphia.
Google it. No, go to Philadelphia
I'm
and tell me
going
what
in
it is.
November, and I'm going to put them in a fucking triple Ziploc bag because I can't put that shit near my stuff.
Shit
Or maybe I'll
balls of
just send it to
Philadelphia.
you.
It's funny because I was just in Philadelphia. Whenever I also go to
I'll send you to the
whenever I go to
find the
whenever I
shit
go to
balls.
Philadelphia, I swear to fucking God.
You're like, she's going to send her brothers to beat me.
No, but I do think about you
What?
because you're from there.
That's right.
Every time I fly into Philadelphia, it's a pop.
And I live about
Eleanor's
8 minutes from the airport.
Eleanor's from here.
Yeah.
I've been there 20 times.
Stays in your mind.
Where do you play? Helium?
Helium.
Oh, that's great.
Eleanor. Every time.
Yeah. She's probably going to bully me tonight.
Why?
She's probably going to bully me about the shitballs tonight. I hope she's not here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I want you to Google it, Eleanor, and tell me exactly what it is because I have
but
my
that's not
podcast.
what
I'd like to
it's
talk
called.
about it. I'd like to talk about the shitballs of Philadelphia.
The Vietnamese,
You know what I'm
And the
gonna do?
Vietnamese
soup.
people.
I'm going to put it
Shit
on
balls.
when we put this podcast out. I'm going to put it on my Facebook to ask my friends in South Philly because right about now is when it starts falling.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. The shitballs are falling.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It's my mom used to
Do me a favor,
freak
though,
out.
Eleanor. Do me a favor.
Oh, boy.
When you first meet any kind of
Asian?
Asian person,
Oh, well, why don't you talk to-
open with shitballs.
Talk to Feng Shui upstairs or whatever the
Oh,
fuck
that-
is
that-
new Peter
Feng
Chin.
Shui.
Talk
Whatever
about fucking gooks.
Okay.
That guy-
I
There's
mean,
a
that is
special
the
breed.
gookiest of the gooks.
Right?
Dude,
with those bangs.
with those
are
bangs.
amazing.
Dude, the bull haircut. I mean, he legitimately
He
has
doesn't
the
even
Ian
try
Edwards.
to K-pop it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No.
He just does the
He
full-blown
heckles me
Full
mushroom.
Ian
every
Edwards
fucking
Down
night.
syndrome haircut.
Yeah.
And now he wears those big round glasses where it's like, dude,
Yeah.
what is this, man in
Hey,
the high
Eleanor,
castle?
how you like a bombing? That's what he does when I'm on stage. This
How you like
motherfucker.
bombing?
How you like a bombing?
I like him, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I love
We're
him.
obsessed
The
with
other
him.
night,
Yeah.
I was in the manager's office getting my paycheck, and one of the door guys came in. They're like, "Do we have free tickets?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're over there." Why? And he's like, "Well, Feng Chao keeps dropping N-bombs, and there's a couple of black people that are pretty." I was just like, classic.
It's funny.
He's the best.
Someone he parked his car up on on Kings up the hill.
Oh, yeah, I always drive up there.
And so Jerron Horton and someone else saw him park, and they didn't say hi to him. They just watched him walk away, and then they went over and they left a note that was like, "Chinaman, don't ever fucking park in front of
my
my
God.
house," acting like he was one of the people that lived there. And then they said, if you have a problem with it, and then called them some more racial slurs, give me a call. And then they left my phone number.
Motherfucker.
No, that's so funny.
So
Great.
I got
It's so
Aaron
funny.
John's like, listen, this might happen. I just want you to know we gave him your phone number so that way
please
someone we can
keep
count
it
on.
going. Yeah.
So the next morning, I get a text message. It's like 3 paragraphs long, just talking shit. Fuck you, you racist fuck. Just going on.
He didn't know it was your number?
He didn't know it was my number.
That's amazing.
He thought it was someone that
Did you
lived
save
there.
it? Did you save it?
It's probably in my phone
please
somewhere.
save it. I want to hear it.
That's
And,
funny.
So then I just sent back like, just don't park in front of my house, and then it just set him off again. Fuck you.
He texts me like 100 times a day.
I would
Just-
never give him my number.
Yeah, you know what? I'm an idiot.
Eggplants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't do it.
constant with the black dick and all kinds
can't
of
do
shit.
it.
Don't give him your number.
I love that
No.
he has a child that looks just like him.
He has a kid?
He's a kid, a
Live in
half-white kid.
Minnesota.
He fucked a white girl?
Yeah, in Wisconsin, I think.
Is it Wisconsin?
Yeah, I
knew
think
it was
so.
one of
I had to
those
get
weird
kind of,
places.
people had to know who I was before I could do that.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
did that
Fuck
first.
white girls? Or?
Yeah.
It might
I
have
like
been
a pink a
yeah.
pussy. That's what he says, motherfucker.
It might have been an anchor child situation.
Yeah.
But
Just
Do you guys
citizenship.
like the Comedy Store now is a completely changed
yeah.
situation? Are you pro, con? What's your feeling?
My feeling on it as a comedian is that it's amazing, and like spending a decade here where there was really bad crowds.
God, yeah.
Or
Or just
this was still
dead.
my favorite place. I'm sober now. I don't smoke pot or drink or anything anymore. So hanging out here is difficult for
Yeah,
me.
it's very difficult when
because
you're sober.
there's
yeah.
so many people everywhere, and they're all wasted, and
I'm never
it drives me
wasted.
crazy. You're not, but
All right.
most of these people are. Like a lot of the comics, a lot of the people that are just hanging out. There's like nowhere to go hang out and just have a quiet conversation with someone. Like even
Yeah.
the VIP bar that was supposed to
Yeah,
be for
you're
paid
right. They
regulars
fucked
only.
that up.
It's just it's like 800 people I've never met before, all hammered.
They should put a sign there. I'm being real.
Yeah,
No,
you have-
we all feel that way.
A doorman.
Paid regular, but what if your friends are there? I mean, how about paid regular and 2 friends?
yeah.
Like 2 carry-ons, like a
Yeah, like a carry.
I,
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. I just like I walk in there and it's like it'll be like 9 people I don't know, and they're like, "Yeah, Richie brought him in here." I'm
Also,
like,
can I say this? We have to anyone that does a bringer room here has to tell the comics that are
I
on the
love that
bringer
you're
room
whispering in
Yeah.
the microphone.
just because you're playing here that you're not a part of it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I agree with
They
that.
think that they're a part of it.
Yeah, I perform.
People
once
come.
a month
We
there.
know. We do Comedy Store together. I go no.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on a
I
minute.
know. Hold on.
buddy.
It is
no.
very
It's my family.
Yeah,
You know,
No,
this
I
is
agree.
where I was pretty much born. My comedy. You know, and it's like, and you're.
It's insulting.
I don't know who you are.
yeah.
It's insulting.
I've had people do the same thing. Like, no, we performed on the same night. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't
I
think
did
that's
Brian
true.
Monarch's room. I had a guy afterwards go, "Hey man, see you around the circuit." What fucking circuit? What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, dude.
just
You
turned
guys are
into
the
a
same
Vaudeville?
world. Yeah.
Vaudeville? What are you talking about?
Sure.
The Catskills?
Don't even worry about it. We'll see each other around.
Yeah. It just, it's like
I'm very possessive of this place too.
I agree. I'm the same way.
even
I
you
do
did
it.
so much open. I mean, you started at this open mic. I saw
Yeah.
you watch you,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, at the, you mean upstairs?
Even when you started, right? You
Uh-huh.
were like hitting it
Everywhere.
Everyone hitting it,
Yeah.
hitting it.
Still
and,
do.
And over years,
it takes so long.
so long, right?
Yeah.
It's like don't
You do 3
don't
spots.
look at all that work as if it's nothing, people. You know, and it's like people just assume I went up twice.
Yep.
That
And then
drives
you
me
were in.
crazy. Am I an asshole for that?
No. Well, I mean, we might all be assholes if that's
I
the
had
case.
a fight
but
with a girl. She's like, "Oh, I'm a comic." I go, "Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were just regular, hang out." She's like, "I was like, when was the last time you were on stage?" She's like, "Oh, like 15 years ago."
wow.
I go, "Are you
went
fucking kidding me?"
Oh my god!
Still a
you
comic.
said
Do you know
that?
how hard that
Did you
was?
say that?
Oh yeah. Oh, you
You said
really?
that.
Yeah. I go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then I think Brian Swinehart was right near me,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Calm down." I go, "Calm down." You know how fucking hard we worked for
15
this
years.
shit.
I know.
I'm on stage 3 times a night,
I'm a
bobbing my
comedian.
tits up and playing at Marty's, trying
Yeah.
to get felt up by
Doing
Munch.
pack rooms at the Bellagio with dice.
Well, that's different. I,
mean, this
slept
one
my
right
way
here,
to the middle.
I mean,
Living the dream
killing
over there.
it. Yeah.
Fucking, we just did.
I opened for Wheels once, so you know.
Oh, very
we've
lucky.
all
Great chef.
Yeah. Actually,
He is a
he
great
is
chef.
a great chef.
Yeah,
He's a great chef.
Strangest. Strangest.
Loves chinks.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh, yeah.
married to
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
forgot.
where he met her? Mitzi's house.
No.
She was one of the nurses. Great girl, by the way.
She seems
Great
nice.
girl. She's still a nurse.
Favorman's seeing one too. I think he's married to that Malaysian one.
Yeah, but his, I feel like he's got tied up somewhere, and I don't think that's
So
fair.
it's got to be a mail order thing, right?
I don't know. I met her once, and I was just
No,
like,
she's
"This is your."
sweet.
Yeah, she's sweet. I mean,
Yeah, I met her
what I meant to
too, and it's
say.
the same thing. I'm like, what do you mean, wife?
I just
Yeah.
like to
Wife,
tease
what do you-
Favorman. Like, I always feel like Favorman has, like, just
She's a
girls tied up. So this
Pig,
pig.
bro.
One time I was in the hallway, and I was so proud of myself for a set I had in the belly room. And this was, like, 8 years ago, and we're standing, like, where that payphone used to be, right near the ladies'
Love the
room,
payphone
whatever.
era.
And I was standing there, and people walk by, and they're like, "You were great, you were great." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." And Favorman goes, "Yeah, in the belly room."
Ouch.
I was like, "You motherfucker."
Yeah.
He was right though.
But at the same time, that's part of putting your time in. It's not doing a fucking
I
one-man room show.
enjoy those kind of banter, like when I got off of Mad, and they immediately, my agents were like, "You got a headline," but I wasn't a headliner. You know, what I mean? I could do 20 minutes. Even that, I mean, I'd been doing comedy for so long, but but I would do it. But then, like Rich Voss and Schubert and all these people would say, "You're a glorified feature," and I used to laugh at that because I just like that kind of like ribbing. You know, what I mean? I think it's a part of.
Yeah, there's camaraderie.
Not the shitball thing that she was bringing up, but
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep saying it.
She wasn't.
Can't wait to get some.
She
and rub
wasn't
them on
your
shirt.
equal in your mind at that point. So why
What
is
is
a
your
waitress
girlfriend's
busting your
name
balls?
again?
Kalila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful name, but
Thank you.
she's going to be pissed when I rub the shit balls on your back. She can't get that smell out of your shirt.
Well, I want you to have facts though. I need what kind of animal, why they're balls.
There ain't no fucking
I think it's from
animal.
a
It's out of a
tree.
tree. What animal?
So-
Other than the
so it's
Vietnamese.
not shit.
No, it's not actual shit. It
But
just
it
smells like
smells
shit.
like-
It's a
shit.
seed.
I think it's like a date or
give a
something.
fuck.
a
What
Probably.
do you
date. It's
call
a date.
Probably.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
This isn't
What's
a
that
date.
one
That's
fruit? What's that
gross.
one fruit in the islands? Like it's a fruit that people say it
I
smells
don't know.
like
I'm from
shit.
America. We don't fucking hang out in fucking islands.
I just want to
Jerk off.
fucking gouge your eyes out.
Like
We're-
an ice.
we're
More
restarting.
ice. Yeah, we could restart, but there was another thing
The
I feel bad.
rivalry was put to rest and then restarted.
I'll restart it
On
right
one
now. No,
podcast.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But this is what I feel bad about because one night, me and Brian Holtzman were at the Laugh Factory, right? And I was over there trying to smooze Jamie and get him at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was we were hanging out up top, and I can't. Oh, what's his name? Good-looking guy, Ashley Hamilton.
Oh,
I already know. I
Yes,
know
right?
I know what you're gonna say.
So wait,
Does it have anything to do with that I'm gay?
Yes, but this is what happened.
This is great. She just brought it. This is great.
This
is what I fucking hated her for this. Go
I
ahead. Go
felt
ahead.
so bad.
No, go ahead.
because
Go ahead.
again, with people not knowing my humor, I don't care if he gets up. I could beat the shit out of him
Go
sitting down.
Go ahead. No,
And,
I need this.
Look at him.
Go ahead.
He's going to get a running
Go ahead,
start.
go ahead.
Okay, so
This
me
is
and
the most
Holtzman,
aggressive this
right?
podcast has been.
What's his name? Ashley Hamilton.
Ashley Hamilton.
We're hanging out at the store. Ashley's a newbie. I'm a newbie, but I'm old in that I'm already in at the store.
For
so
our audience,
I know Holtzman.
this is George Hamilton's son and the guy that Ben Affleck's character in Mallrats is based on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I love Ashley Hamilton.
Yeah.
But me and Ashley were hitting the circuit together. Whatever. So we were just hanging at the fucking the big
At the
circuit.
factory.
the fucking,
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah, vaudeville, that's right. And so we were going up a lot together. So we're just hanging out. And Holtzman, somebody brought up Bobby Lee. I think it was Ashley. And then Holtzman goes, "Oh, he's gay." And he goes, "No, he's not." And I go, "Oh, yes, he is." Because now I'm playing a game with Holtzman. But then I realize, wait a minute. Bobby's going to believe that I said this. And Ashley was like, "You guys are fucking around." And Holtzman kept pinching me. And he was like, "Just keep it going. Fuck this guy." Right? Because he didn't know Ashley. So I didn't think anything of it. All of a sudden, Johnny Sanchez comes flying at me. "Why the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I knew it, but I couldn't come to you and apologize." So I
know.
owe you an
So,
apology for that.
I'm going to tell
So
you.
what happened on your side?
I'm gonna
so-
tell you.
But I said I'm sorry right now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you
And I'm
something. So I know Ashley.
Yeah.
And a couple of days later, I see him in the fucking the kitchen upstairs.
Okay.
He's sitting at where where those stools. I don't know if it's still there. Those little silver, where the zero sign used to be.
Right. The
Yeah.
bucket
The
seats
bucket
over the
seats,
side.
right,
Yeah.
right. And he goes, "Dude, are you gay?" And I go, "No,
Holtzman's in trouble for this too, by the
no."
way.
His name never came up. His name never came up.
You, that's
And I go, "No," and he goes, "Yeah. I mean, Eleanor was at the Laugh Factory, just telling everybody that you're gay."
Everybody, it was me, him, and
I-
Holtzman.
that's not what he said.
This fucker. Now
Can
I'm
I just
mad
say
at
something right
Ashley.
now? Okay, I don't know if you read the fucking book, The Four Agreements, but words are black magic. You have to watch what you fucking say, because through the rumor
don't
mill,
give a
it could
fuck.
it can grow. You know that
It goes
telephone
quick.
game.
Yeah.
You know what
We
I mean?
have a disclaimer on this podcast. We can say whatever the
I know.
fuck we want.
So he says that, and I go, "You got."
It was
what?
the three of us
That's not what-
upstairs.
This is what
Ashley, you're
he's
a fucking
telling
liar.
everyone. She's telling everyone that you're gay. So I'm now going like, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. She's now taking it to a level.
Yeah, now it's
where
your
she's
personal
trying
life.
to
Ask
Yeah.
Johnny
ruin
Sanchez,
my name.
and I brought Holtzman
Okay.
over.
She's trying to ruin my name.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
get you blacklisted as a homosexual in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because they don't hire homosexuals in Hollywood. You're right.
There was another thing that all right, I forgot it, but
If it
when you
comes
br-
up, remember
I know,
because
I know.
one I felt so bad about
I
because
know,
I
it's
realized
so
Ashley
funny.
is not part of our gang.
Yeah, he doesn't
Because
understand the
if
world.
it was fucking any other idiot door guy, they'd be like,
even a comedy store
these
person
two
in general.
assholes
Like,
are fucking with us.
yeah,
But it was literally the three of us sitting up in
But
the
he said
fucking-
it in a factual way, as if there was no joke to it.
yeah,
She's
Ashley's
telling
a little dramatic.
everybody
yeah.
that you suck dick.
No.
And now, here's another one.
Okay.
I've just thought of it just now.
Oh,
all
this
right?
should be good. Yes.
So one night, I was a doorman here, right?
Okay.
And
Okay, then I'm
Andy
already
Dick was
guilty.
here.
Okay.
Yes.
Andy Dick was drunk, right?
Yeah.
And I went into the bathroom, the one right on the hallway by the parking lot.
yeah.
I
Right?
do remember this rumor.
wow, I
Stop.
blocked.
Right. Yeah. All right.
I remember this from when I
So
was. a
I'm
door
now
You're
in the
gay.
room. No, I'm in this bathroom. I don't know the guy. In
Yeah.
fact, I don't barely even know who he is really.
right.
I'm just kind of like out of it. But I know that people know who this person is, right?
Not who we caught
He
him.
pulls his dick out, right? And he goes, "Hey." He was drunk.
Andy
I
Dick?
I escaped the bathroom, and then for 3 years, this is what I heard.
Because we saw
I
you in
sucked
there.
Andy Dick's
Yeah.
dick in the bathroom.
When I was a doorman, I remember someone telling me they're going through everyone telling me that shit talking about people, and part of the thing was like, that's Bobby and Andy Dick and him were doing something in the bathroom.
All right, you know what? Can I say something? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say something right now. Okay. I'm going to say something right now.
Please do.
I've sucked dick before.
So proud
Okay.
of you. So
yeah,
have I.
I've sucked probably 5 dicks in my life.
Okay.
Okay, before I was the age of 16.
Was one of them Andy?
No, it wasn't Andy Dick. No,
Okay.
I've done a lot of bad things.
Why
that
is
are
that a bad
suspect.
thing? Can I
It's
ask?
not a bad thing. I'm
Okay.
just telling you
But, like,
that
in-
I don't have. If I did that, I would say I did that.
Right. You're not hiding anything.
Right.
Right.
From
There's a
your
lot
life,
of
so-
things out there when people go, "He did this." I didn't do that, and I would admit to it that I did it.
And I mean,
I don't have that thing. I don't care about my past.
I did figure out that you didn't do anything with Andy Dick, and
Yeah, but
I've
that
also
was a door guy rumor. 'Cause
Yeah.
somebody saw you in there.
did it.
I didn't. First of all, Freddie,
You fucking did that rumor, man.
fuck you.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
fucking
see
did that
you
rumor.
in the bathroom with him. Other guys did. It
I mean,
wasn't me.
Oh,
I had
you was you.
No, motherfucker. I might have
You
helped
fucking
spread
Philly-
that fucking rumor.
Philly
Fuck
bitch.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
help spread that rumor like
Yeah,
fucking
did you
Paul
not?
Revere.
You never said that then.
No, they said it,
All right.
and then I
Okay.
might have repeated it.
All right.
Like he was
All
caught in
right.
the bathroom, but I
That's
did
all
not
right.
start it. I remember it could have been.
Andy Dick has a history here because remember,
I'll
you know,
call Hartz
Kenny
and find
Lyon.
out. He might remember that.
Kenny Lyon.
Yeah.
I thought he was Asian for a long time, but someone told me a couple weeks ago he's
Kenny
Guatemalan or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like a door guy here briefly. He
Shit,
kind of
I thought
hangs
it was
out.
Bobby's little brother.
Kenny, Kenny, one night, the first time I met him, I'm sitting out on the front patio.
Does that hurt?
It was a slow night.
Pussy.
I'm sitting there talking with Pauly Shore, and then Pauly goes, "Oh no, dude!" And I turn around, and Andy Dick and Kenny Lyon are walking towards the Comedy Store from like the Hyatt area, holding hands. And Kenny's got a skateboard in one hand, and Andy Dick is very tightly holding on to him.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like it's Andy Dick and his little boy toy. So they come in, and Pauly immediately is like, "Dude, we can't let him in." And he walks over and just starts talking to Andy Dick. He's like, "No, dude, you're wasted. You can't come in here." And Andy Dick's making a big deal about it. And while they're having this conversation, he lets go of Kenny Lyon. Then you just see Kenny kind of look around and like slowly escape off, scurry away.
Oh.
So then like 2 months later, Kenny Lyon is hanging out here more often. And he comes up to me at the back door and he's like, "Hey," he always calls me Master Ingram. He said, "Hey, Master Ingram, would you do roast battle against me?" And I go, Hey,
Hysterical.
I don't know. I don't know you. All I know about you is that you were holding hands with Andy Dick. And I feel like it wouldn't be fair. He's like, well, but I think you're really funny, and if I somehow beat you, then that would make me look good. And I'm like, I don't think that's probably a good plan.
The security guy upstairs, the Guam guy.
No.
I don't know Kenny
we love
Lyons.
him.
I love
he's
the Guam
great.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
great.
No,
Not that Kenny Lyons bad. He's just young.
He's
a little nutty.
skinny kid. I think he went to Hollywood High School.
Asian, though. Yeah,
I did too. And so,
Eleanor, can I ask you a question about? And this is gonna get really, it might.
No,
It might be uncomfortable, but I know. What? So I don't know exactly how Freddie died.
You could Google it.
No, I mean I have
what
tried.
Do you mean? No, honestly.
But
what do you mean?
I mean, there's
another thing too. We'll get to that in a minute.
But like, so what I had heard is that he had taken Ambien.
Yep.
But he was also on cocaine.
No, not that night. But he did fall off the wagon. In all honesty, a couple months.
I know
earlier.
No, I knew that he had relapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would have coke, blah blah blah, whatever.
So what I had heard is another comic had given Freddie cocaine,
see, again,
and this comic,
the Love Doctor.
I don't want to name his name. I don't want to name his
Rick,
name.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah.
Because we already got in trouble for those things. But my thing is, yes, he would get that, and no, it wasn't what killed him. Does that make sense? Like, that was a rumor. People were like, oh, his coke's bad. Don't buy his coke. I'm like, really? That's what's coming out of this?
I just wish
that's not what happened.
that we
First of
didn't
all,
have this fucking thing.
What do you mean, the addiction?
No,
or?
just between us and then
You mean
me
you
and
and
that
Freddie,
camp and fucking Corey, because like I wanted to go to the funeral, but I couldn't.
But okay, and that was another thing. Like Ranazizi said to me, Bobby Lee asked if he could come. I go, of course he can come. What the fuck? It's a funeral. Like I would never.
Yeah, but I
tell
just made an
somebody not
assume that
But you
I would
shouldn't
I would have
It would be a
ruined the
scene.
party.
Yeah, right.
There ain't
Not
no
the party. I'm not party.
It's
but
not a
that's
party. It's not a party. It wasn't
you
a
don't know
party.
what I-
Memorial. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Actually, it
you know
was
what I
in
meant.
El Paso. It was a fucking.
I would have ruined the funeral.
Yeah. No, I maybe Freddie would have
Johnny-
sat up and
Johnny
been like,
Zapp
"Get
did it.
out." He may have asked you to leave, but I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
For
Honestly,
me-
I mean, because his memorial, they had one at the store, which I went to.
Yeah.
yeah, we
And
were,
they showed that video. I swear to fucking God, I have never cried. I mean, it was devastating.
Yeah, I cried a lot.
It was devastating.
I remember people being like,
I mean, I
"You didn't
remember
know that
I was
well."
with Ken Jeong and Steve Byrne driving back from San Francisco because we did the punchline.
Right.
And I remember pulling over, right, because I got a text, and that certain moments in your life where you remember things vividly.
Right.
That was one of them, and I just remember being like, I wish
This is a guy you
it
were
wasn't-
friends with and
yeah,
then had
I
a
wish-
falling out
I
with.
Also, I wish
Yeah.
that I could have been like, we could have smoothed it over.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, you were friends and then you had a falling out.
I really
and then
do
there's no
believe. I
chance.
really believe. This is what I believe. I believe because toward the end, we went to Hawaii together.
I remember.
Yeah, and I toward the end there was communication and jabs and jokes, and I felt like this was going to be something that was going to be under the bridge or whatever. You
Right.
know, that we were able to maybe not become best friends.
it would eventually have.
but we
gotten
could have
past,
like
Yeah.
done work together
mended
and
things,
made
yeah.
something together or something.
Right.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, I didn't get that chance
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of the saddest things that I've experienced, and I wasn't nearly as close with people, but he was someone who was always really cool to me. And I remember going to the Forest Lawn.
Yeah.
And I got really upset, and I just didn't like being around a bunch of comedians that basically only knew me from doing this stupid Argus impression all the time, because that's basically how I lived.
But Freddie loved it.
Freddie loved it. And so all these people, and I was crying, and I walked away, and I just needed to get away from people for a minute, and fucking Johnny Zapp, of all people, shows up in shorts and a pink polo. He comes over, hey, what are you doing over here? I'm like, Johnny, get away from me. He's like, hey, I was going to wear a suit, but it's just so hot. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I was wearing a suit that I wore to fucking homecoming my senior year of high school because I couldn't afford to buy something newer than that. I was so mad. It was truly one of the saddest things I've ever experienced, is seeing so many funny people sad.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
But yeah, he was like I told this story on what's his name? Bert Kreischer, who I adore.
The Bert cast.
And I got in trouble
Why?
from Carlos
Mencia?
because I told the truth, and the truth is, like, Freddie had already he was struggling with addiction naturally, and whatever, people go through it, and it was his third time falling off the wagon, and he already had like health issues, fatty liver, all kinds of different
Acid
ailments.
reflux and shit. Yeah,
acid reflux, and Freddie was a little nutty in his little Mexican medicine or whatever you want to call it, but he would take like 8 Advil a day. And I would be like, one time I had my a tooth, maybe a root canal or something, and I wouldn't take the medicine because I don't like medicine because I get violent with or without medicine, but with medicine worse. So I said, I'm not going to take it. And when I was really in bad pain, I called Freddie. I'm like, fuck, I can't take it. And he's like, just take 8 Advil. I'm like, what are you, fucking high? He's like, no, I do that all the time. But the coroner told
horrible
us
for your liver.
That dries up your liver quick.
Horrible.
And Freddie could do this twice a day. That's 16 fucking Advil.
Yeah, that's insane.
And he was in a lot of pain with different stuff, whatever. So he had that. Then he fell off the wagon. And right before, I was with Dice. I was dating Dice at the time. And that's another funny thing. After we get off this awful part, we'll go back to that. But I was with Dice. We were about to leave for New York, and Freddie said, hey, I'm going to walk you through this. I'm going to teach you how to go on the computer and look up Carlos Mencia's Mind of Mencia. So I was like, okay. So I look it up, and the promo, like, say if it had 5 jokes in there, 4 of them were Freddie's brand new bits. Yeah. And he goes, I'm beside myself. I can't take it. I quit. Fuck this.
Just angry.
Yeah.
Carlos, he was angry, and he
got mad that I brought it up, and he emailed.
He sent Eleanor an email where he was trying to play the victim and be basically like, "Oh, I thought we were cool, and you're two-faced." And
I'm not two-faced. I'm honest. Like, he did that. There's no denying that, right? Am I lying? I understand if you don't want to, whatever. But
I've said it before.
Okay.
I mean, I've, there is a part of me. There used to be a struggle because of the fact that I know that Freddie and I, a lot of people, initially in the beginning of our careers, we opened for him.
Absolutely.
For
and
Carlos.
like Freddie said, Carlos feeds me. He goes, I respect him too much to confront him.
Right.
But he would blatantly tell him, I'm taking your shit.
Yeah, you would see him do things that were stuff that I thought was wrong, or and it's like the same thing with Mitzi.
But yeah,
of
you're
you
afraid
not
of
being
it.
able to really say how you feel because
it's going to hurt you.
You feel like that
God
they have
forbid.
more power,
Yeah.
right? They have more power.
Sure.
They can do something,
Yeah.
So you don't, but I mean, obviously, I have seen all kinds of shit, and I've seen him behave in ways that immoral.
I mean, he went on. He was on Maron's podcast talking about it.
Right. He was openly talking
he's
about it. So
well,
I didn't think it was
I can make it better.
a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing he did with the Johnny Sanchez thing at Funny is Funny or K Loco. Do you hear that? Where
I don't know.
Where he was hosting it, and Johnny, his whole 5-minute set was going to be. This is TV. Is going to be about the Persian. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You're barking and my barking.
Right. So then Mencia does it before him.
Oh,
not exactly word for word, obviously, but the
same premise.
Same premise
Borrowed
and
premise.
idea,
Yeah.
right? So that Johnny couldn't, it didn't work.
Right.
And Johnny knew that he was going to do that.
Wow.
So it's like you see, but I struggle because, he called me a month ago.
You can't mime it.
No, I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the matter? He goes, hey, dude. Hey, bro. I go, what? He goes, what you said about me on Joe Rogan's podcast was, wrong, dude. I go, I haven't done this podcast in 3 years. Yeah, that one.
He's just
3 years ago?
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like he's Googling.
Yeah.
Find out.
And so, and then he says, "Let me ask you something. You know, Amy Schumer. It was right when that was happening.
Sure.
When she was being.
Yeah,
how come she gets a free pass?" I go, "It's not the same thing."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't understand what he's talking about, like what people are talking about. He can't lie to yourself.
People
that
convince
much.
themselves of anything to live with themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
that's human behavior.
I mean, speak of paranoia, I remember Freddie being on stage in the main room, killing 9:45. I was waiting tables right in the front, like section C. That's not going to mean anything to you, but right in the front. And I'm putting drinks down, and he stopped his show, and you'll remember, and he asked you to leave because he was afraid you were recruiting for Carlos, right?
No, I thought he asked me to leave. I remember Jeff Scott pulling me out of the room.
Well, because
But I
we
thought-
all looked like, what do we do? Bobby's one of us. We can't
I
ask
thought
him
that
to
he
leave.
kicked me out of the room because he thought that I was.
No, bringing
stealing
it back
from
to
him.
Carlos was his main
But that's
thing.
what my mind said.
Right.
That wasn't clear at that moment. Now I distinctly remember that.
Yeah.
I think it was in the main room.
It was in the main room.
Yeah, it was in the main
and
room.
It was fucking packed.
And it was
he
packed. I go
killing.
in there. He stops. He points to me
He goes, get him out of the room.
and get him out of the room. Me. And I remember. Oh my God.
It was awful. I remember being
awful.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this
and
is
I was
awkward.
trying to get my drinks out as fast as possible because I thought if I have to fight, I have to fight.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm on Freddie's
listen,
side, so all right.
I know.
And the crowd
I
is.
know. I know.
But you know what I'm
Is
saying?
the
like,
crowd
he-
just looking around like, what the fuck is going
they're
on, or
looking
is it like?
what? Like,
Yeah, you know
thought
what?
it was part of the act.
It's
but
fun and
still,
games?
But still,
But again, it's paranoia because in
it's
his
my own
head,
paranoia. Yeah.
but in his head, he built that there was. He knew when he was with Carlos, you know, you work for Carlos, and that's
yeah.
it. And at that time, you were still with him.
Yeah.
So it was. He was like, he's gonna bring it back to him, and he was working on all new shit. So he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not
Yeah.
throwing my shit away."
Yeah. That was a tough one. I
Yeah.
remember that vividly too.
It was
No.
because it was really tense, and I was like, "Fuck." And like the door guys were like, "What do we do?" Because
Yeah, you
again,
can't kick out one
he's
paid
one
regular.
of our guys. Not paid regular. Forget that.
But
door guys.
but
We all worked here
Yeah.
together.
Right.
It
So you-
has to be me though.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you why. Because I don't know. I'll have to go to therapy for it. But
You mean your own paranoia?
no,
or-
it's that I'm always in the middle of.
because you're
I
a
see what
people
you're saying,
pleaser.
yeah.
But are you a people pleaser? or
No,
you
I mean
try to-
in San Diego, even like with Fred, he stopped talking to me because I was battled in the middle of a full-blown war, civil war, and I was the center of it.
what do you
I
mean?
come up here like because when Fred was
Oh,
remember
I
when
see what you're
Fred
saying.
when Mitzi moved the club, she left, but then Fred took the club back over. So there was 2 comedy clubs in La Jolla,
Mm-hmm.
right? I had to make a choice between the Comedy Store or Fred Burns Club, and I chose the store. And then all of a sudden,
Pretty
I'm
smart
the most
idea.
hated person in San Diego as a comic, where one comic just slapped me in the face. I mean, it was crazy. And
Oh,
I come up
shit.
here, I was embattled in that.
Because they're
With
like,
Ari Shafir embattled in that.
Right.
So I must be a terrible human being. You know what I mean? Or somebody that's like, you know, that like wants, that needs this kind of chaos in his life.
attention. I'm not gonna fight you on you being terrible, but I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
No, but I'm serious. Like I understand what you're saying, but it's a drama thing. Like it could be that you just
But I also have done good. I know the thing. I've done great
Yeah.
things too. You know what I mean? So I don't
Sure.
know. But you know what? In the last, I think 5 or 6 years, nothing really.
yeah, there's
After the Ari thing, it was been fine. You
Yeah.
know.
So who else? There's nobody else. Me. That's it.
No,
The
I
end
have
of
had
the road.
battles with you, Fred Burns. Like I said, I was in the middle of the Mencia Rogan thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
remember that, and I remember like
Tough.
Yeah.
I got pulled into that one too.
Tough.
I remember Carlos telling me something about how, you know, he was gonna. I think he said he was gonna get my representation to drop me, and I said, I don't have any
have any
representation.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, yeah, well, you're not going to, and I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
And I never got representation.
oh, see, maybe he does
God
have pull.
damn it.
Paulie told me I'm never going to work in this town again. He might have some pull.
Damn.
I'm
no,
not working.
no.
I think he was promoting his movie. You'll
Oh,
never wheeze in
you're
this
right,
town
you're
again.
right.
When my, you know, I have the same agent as Matt. I mean, as Carlos. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
Which one? Oh, is that weird to ask?
No, you can say it.
No.
I'm with CA.
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
know
it's CAA.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
No, I just didn't know who he was with because I'm thinking of his manager.
yeah,
That's
and I mean, I was asked how do you reinvent his career, Carlos, and I told them what my opinion would be. And I think it's a genius idea, which is I do believe that if they did a documentary of him going to clubs, writing jokes, you know what I mean? You see him through the writing process of actually coming up with, you know, there's broad premises, but then there are specific things that you can talk about, like your own sister or your family, right? That you can't
take that from someone,
right?
Absolutely.
It's based in reality.
You make it so very personal and real.
Yeah.
And you see him work it out, and at the end of this documentary, he does it, right? I'm not saying that he would win back
No, but he's either great or he's not.
40% maybe people will go, oh,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
You know, he and now he's trying, you know, but then it's like he has to truly admit, though, first of all, that he did those things.
Yeah.
But I thought he did. I thought he went on Maron and he was like, I did it on purpose. I would bump them to show them that I'm better
Bumping
than
people's
them.
one thing.
No,
though.
no, but he
Yeah.
would say, and I could do their material better than them.
Yeah.
They do, that was
That's
the thing.
admitting.
Yeah, but
maybe he's just saying it out
now
loud.
there's certain things he defends, and if I was him, I would say I stole all these jokes. Okay.
Maybe he don't remember honestly what he stole. He's
Really?
that fucked up. Who knows?
I mean, there's a lot of people with accusations, so I mean, I think that is possible.
I always say this when I talk about Ned is that, but
He
he's
signed
done
his
so
email.
much for me that it's a very difficult thing to talk about.
Yeah.
That's how Freddie felt. His
Yeah, it's
respect
very difficult.
for him
I do love him.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say, but I do love the guy.
Yeah.
But did he rob from you or steal from you like that? Because with Freddie, he would call me from the road and be like, he told me he's doing this, this, and this. I
Yeah.
don't have any bits. So
Yeah.
I'd give him fucking Ronnie Kenny jokes, and he's
Yeah.
doing
Oh
pull
my
my
God.
finger jokes, and he's
Funny kid.
22.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I'm gonna
Sorry,
have to.
Ronnie.
Sorry, Ronnie.
I
Deal
love Ronnie
with. I
Kenny.
think for just my whole
Yeah.
career is just juggling this thing between
Trapped
me
in
and
between
Ned.
people, yeah.
It's crazy because I love Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know, like I've now Ari and I are very good friends. Joe, you know that whole thing.
Ari's going to be very happy about this.
Great. I think Ari will be happy about this. You know, I've done, you know, Ari just out of the blue 5 years ago said, I want to squash it. We met. We squashed it. I love the guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Really?
I do.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I do. And I think with Eleanor, I don't
like
know
to
if we'll
pick on
become
Ari.
best friends, but
That's
I don't
never
also,
happening.
we're never going to have it. But I also do want to come to a club and be able to,
Feel comfortable.
not only comfortable, but be able to go, hey, I like that joke
Right.
to her. Or, you know what I mean?
Just
Or
have a
ask her, How's the
relationship.
crowd?
Yeah.
Then she can
Right.
go, there, you know what I mean? And that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not here to, you know, be best friends with everybody, but I
It's
know that she has
impossible.
worked really hard to get to where she is.
Right.
She really has. I wanted her to fail.
Thank you.
You know,
Sound
but
like my mother.
she went against, everything she's done,
Yeah.
you know, is like, oh, fuck, like she did it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I want. And that's why I'm here.
That's awesome.
You know,
I mean, this has by far been one of the most personal
Sorry. yeah.
podcasts that we've done, just in general, which is awesome. Like
it's
it's
17 years, dude.
So, yeah.
Yeah, one of my
I
favorite.
didn't realize it was like that.
Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
deep. One of my favorite fights with Dice, and we fought a lot when we were dating. We still fight. We had a fight the
Yeah.
other day in New York. I'll fight him right now. But we argue a lot. Remember when he was going through a divorce, and he turned this place into a fucking soundstage, basically.
Always had
It
his
was a
camera.
circus.
Yeah.
It was a circus. It was Dice's circus.
Out circus.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be like, "I need you." Like Ren is easy, Rick. They'd be like, "We have to see people.
He
We have
thought
people in
Mike
the cover
Black-
room."
Yeah, yeah.
I'd have drinks melting, and he's like, "You got to finish this scene." I'm like, "I got to get these fucking drinks out."
Yeah.
He thought Mike Black was a stunt man.
Yes,
He wanted to, he wanted to
threw
throw
it
him
down
downstairs.
the belly
Yeah.
room steps.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mike's like, I
chaos.
don't know about that.
He changed all the
He
lighting.
turned it into
Remember?
like
Yeah.
Scorsese. Like he was walk through this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I need
your
you
head.
to do
Don't
this.
do it like
Don't
that.
say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So he puts you in a scene,
Yeah.
and then we go home and we watch the dailies.
Yeah.
So that's what we called it.
Yeah.
So we're watching the dailies, and your scene came on,
Yeah.
and not intentionally,
Yeah.
or maybe intentionally,
Yeah.
I don't know. I got up and I went to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and
That
then
was intentional.
all right, you're probably right. So
It's clearly intentional.
Clearly intentional.
but I was like, ugh, in my head, ugh.
Yeah,
and I go
yeah.
to the bath. I don't think about it.
Yeah.
And then I go slow.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I come back and he's like, he's fuming. He's like, you're trying to ruin my show because you don't like Bobby Lee.
Oh wow.
Dude, you.
He stood up for you.
Yeah.
I go, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He don't know. He didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
He's just like, look.
It's
And
also
then-
it's trying to explain to
and Freddie
Max and
was-
Dylan too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I love those kids.
Yeah.
I really do. I talk to them whenever I
And
see
when
them.
they
Yeah, they're
saw you,
great.
and I said, go tell them about your CD, whatever
yeah,
it was.
I really do like those kids
Yeah,
a
they're
lot.
both
I think
awesome.
they're
They love you
super
too.
talented.
They turned out amazing.
But I thought that I would have been closer if it wasn't for her.
you could have been
so
Uncle
fucking
Bobby.
accurate.
But
That's how crazy my head is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could have been, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
they love you.
The stepbrother or whatever.
Right.
I will tell you that they have
No,
no,
I-
idea we have a beef.
I understand that, and whenever I see them, it's as if nothing. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you fucking did anything.
no, I'm just letting you know. For
I'm
your
telling
fucking
you that we're
psychotic
fine.
Korean fucking brain.
Yeah,
No,
but
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I've always I've always
Yeah.
loved that.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he's
Dice
fucking
loved like he
legend,
would
bro.
never.
Legend.
Yeah.
He would and he loved Bobby. And
That's why I love him, because I remember at the Bellagio, me and Jim Norton opened for him.
okay,
and you
when
were the-
was this? I was there.
You were there.
I'm kidding. I
Because
was.
you were backstage with the kids, and I
Were
saw
we
you.
dating?
Yeah, you guys
Andrew
were
and
dating.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I saw you. You had Dylan was smaller. You had his arm around him, and they wanted to come see me, say hi, but I think you pulled Dylan back a little bit. Yeah. And then
No,
I'm
I
like,
would never do that. You know why? Because
Maybe
Andrew
it was
would
in my
kill
head.
me.
Maybe it was in my head.
Yeah, Andrew
Yeah.
would kill me. He
but
was on
I
your
remember
side.
turning around, going, "That's fucking."
Just let me
Right.
talk
Hey.
to the fucking
And I
kids.
and,
Andrew was on your side, buddy, not mine.
and no, I mean, and that was a great show. It was me. I imagine this show. Were you on it?
no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't. I
Dice.
only
You
been
didn't
doing
do comedy
stand up
then.
9.5
Joey
years.
Diaz,
Yeah.
Wow.
and Jim Norton.
So just
And
Killers
it was the
Row.
Bellagio or the Stardust?
It was the Bellagio for sure. Yeah, and maybe the Stardust.
Maybe I wasn't there.
You were there.
Are you sure?
Eleanor, I'm not.
I would have put
I
my
remember.
foot
I
down.
totally remember even like the curtain, and I remember like
Oh, I can't
you were
go back
far
there.
away, but I could distinctly see you.
Right.
Right.
And Freddie was still alive.
No, this would have been post Freddy.
Can't be. Impossible. That's an impossibility. It wasn't me. Because
No, he was still alive.
yeah, because Freddie
He must have been still alive then.
Yeah, because
yeah.
Freddie opened for him a couple times at the Stardust, and Andrew and Freddie were really, really tight.
Oh, so what you're saying to me is that you couldn't have been there because
I would have remembered.
You would have
that,
remembered.
though. I remember Sebastian. I remember
Okay.
Norton. I don't remember
You know
Joe
what, I'm-
Diaz either. To be honest, opening for Andrew. I know Andrew loves him, and it probably did.
well,
so it's probably
all right.
true. I
let's
just
let's you know what?
yeah. I'm sorry.
Listen,
that one I
it's
don't
fine,
remember.
It's fine. You know what? Why don't we just do this? Okay, we'll leave that one as a mystery.
I'm gonna ask
no,
Andrew.
no, we'll leave that as a mystery.
Wait
And
till I tell
take,
him you were on the
let's
podcast.
take the little
He'll be so
seed,
excited.
the tiny seed, that little shitty seed,
The little
little
shitball seed.
shitball.
shitball seed. We planted that shitball seed.
That stinky
It might
fruit.
grow up into another shitball.
Another shitball tree.
But I have to go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. This
Thank
is
you
the
for-
thing.
But
Yeah.
that was good.
We're gonna have you back only because we didn't ask you about your show. Okay, there's
Yeah.
so many things we do on
We'll
this
get you
podcast,
again
and we didn't get
someday,
to do
but-
it.
I mean, what is it? Let's do it quick.
No, fuck it.
When
Forget
did you
it.
tell me what the?
oh,
what is
we
it?
just like to talk about. Do you remember your showcase for Mitzi? Do you
Forget it.
remember
We'll do
jokes
it
you
another
told?
time. This was fine.
I'll
This
just
is
do,
long enough.
I'll do 1 minute on it.
Okay. Yeah, let's,
gonna do a fucking
let's at
1
least
minute.
talk the
No,
show.
look
I'm
at
gonna do
trying
1
to do
minute. I'm gonna tell
fucking
you.
1
All right,
minute.
so
God damn.
I got past a couple years in,
Okay.
and what happened was Paulie goes, "Dude, you're opening up for me in Vegas." It was me, Wild Willie Parsons. Remember
hell
him?
yeah.
That
yeah, I
fucking
still have
nutbag.
his CD.
All denim.
Yeah, and
denim down.
This is when
just
Shrippa was the head of the
Sure.
entertainment of
Very
the
good
Riviera. So Shrippa's there. I didn't know who he was. If you don't know who Steve Shrippa, he was in the what's that show? Sopranos.
Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
I used to book the Riviera for him.
Oh, really?
Booked Ricky.
Oh, that's amazing.
And Ari and Caparillo and a whole bunch of them.
So I remember living in San Diego, and I remember going, and then Shrippa going, hey, he used to call me Ching. I don't know why, but
Because he's
yeah,
funny.
he's funny, yeah. And he goes, do 5 minutes and that's it. Don't go over. Don't,
Oh, yeah, he always said that.
Right.
Not
So I
6.
did it, and then Mitzi was there. And then that night, I saw her at the party or whatever, like an after party. She goes, you're a paid regular. And that's how it happened.
Wow.
So you showcased at the Rib. And she was pissed that week. She goes, he put me in a fucking Murphy bet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Didn't. She was
And that was like the most,
awful.
like one of those things where I went, wow, I got really lucky there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
So lucky.
Yeah, because some people she despised when she'd see him on doing the opening for Paulie, like Ren Azizi and Ari. She got rid of the unpaid regular position because she saw them open for Paulie in Palm Springs and without her permission.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No more unpaid regulars.
That's it. Ari ruined it.
All right, bye.
All right,
we'll do
thanks.
it again.
Thanks,
Thank
Bobby.
you. Thank you. Don't take the headphones, fucker.
Check out
God
Bobby.
damn it.
He's
oh
got
yeah, what's your
Twitter,
Twitter?
Facebook.
Tiger Belly's my podcast.
Why don't you get to
Just
the
fucking do it.
Tiger Belly's
Why
the
can't
podcast.
you get to the microphone? What's wrong with you?
Check me out on the Tiger Belly podcast. Follow me on Bobby Lee Live, Instagram, and Twitter, please. I want to plug a couple of things since I'm here.
Yeah.
Which is?
I have a couple of scenes of that movie, Keeping Up with the Joneses. Watch that.
Oh, I'm excited about
and
that.
I'm doing second season of Love. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right.
And you did some Mad TV, right?
Thank you,
Didn't
Bobby.
you just do some Mad TV? God damn it! I'm so happy he's gone. Rick, now we can really do the podcast.
Yeah,
the right way, 'cause fuck
let's
this
get
shit.
started. The truth.
Sorry, truth serum. We'll call that one. All right.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. I'm Rick Ingram.
I'm Eleanor Kerrigan.
Thanks for listening. Come to the Comedy Store.
Check out some shows.
Bye.
Guys, Comedy Store Podcast is back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave us your negative and positive comments, mostly negative.
You can follow me at Rick Ingram. I only accept positivity in my life.
The new Rick is here, and EJ Kerrigan still with the negativity, but like and subscribe.